Hello everyone, my name is Taliesin, my pronouns are they, them, and I am the archivist and scholarly communications librarian at SUNY Maritime College in the Bronx. Thank you for tuning in to my poster presentation, So You've Inherited a Grant, Now What? Project Planning from the Middle of a Project. Some important background information about the SUNY Maritime Archives. They were founded in the 70s in celebration of the school's centennial anniversary. Until the 2010s, though, there was no dedicated archivist. Since then, there have been three of us who have held the position, myself, Renee Rapp, who is my direct predecessor, and Annie Tamino, and we have been making great leaps in bringing the archives up to best practices. Renee and my library director, Jill Kehoe, had been awarded an NEH preservation grant in 2022. And when I came in 2023, I was taking over as project manager. It was actually part of my job interview. Luckily, I came into a lot of really detailed notes from both Jill and Renee, and some of the materials had already been ordered. Our aim with this grant was to rehouse over 200 oversized documents. The flat file cases had already been ordered. One actually was damaged and had been replaced by the time I started, as well as a number of archival quality oversized folders. I came in 6 months into the original grant timeline, and my first duties were to figure out how far behind we were, reassess the timeline, and see if there were any additional materials we need to be ordered. So in my first few weeks, I reworked the timeline with the number of materials that needed to be rehoused and the 8 months we had left in the grant. I ordered some additional folders. I really tried to give myself a specific number of items per month that needed to be rehoused. Once I had the new timeline, I really tried to utilize the fact that I had been hired just before summer break to get a lot of the foldering done. I have wonderful colleagues who are always excited to collaborate with each other, and they were able to help me throughout the summer as they needed breaks from their own projects to come into the nice cold archives and help me move some really cool giant items around. I also was able to hire a student worker 2 weeks into the fall semester who was a dedicated assistant to the archives for this project. If you look at the final status report, you'll see that I don't always hit the number of items I expect of myself each month, but would easily go over on months prior or the next month because of how these items were grouped together. We have a lot of National Archives maps that we can't get rid of yet because they're not online. So those, along with other items that came in sets, meant that some days I would go in and I would folder 3 or 4 things, and other days within like 20 minutes, Corbin, my student, and I would get 85 items foldered in about 25 minutes. Through all of this collaborative effort, we actually finished a few weeks early, and not included in the terms of the grant was intellectually rearranging these items. So I was able to take that time I had set aside to be physically refoldering things and was able to evaluate the intellectual arrangement. And again, with Corbin, was able to begin putting these items into order. What still remains is to create a full detailed finding aid for these items. They have never had one. Some of these items are part of collections, but many of them it is difficult to find the provenance for them, and I am in the process of relabeling all the folders and using that information to create a finding aid specifically for this oversized collection. When it comes to challenges and successes for this project, I was a very brand new first job librarian when I started this. While I had done archival processing previously and had actually done a project similar to this where the initial project manager had to step away. It was still happening as I was trying to get my bearings as a librarian. I was also often working with items that I could not move myself as they were too large, and so had to really rely on gaps in other people's schedules to be able to complete this. Where I got really lucky, though, in these successes was I developed a wonderful relationship with Renee. We've become really great colleagues between CUNY and SUNY, and she is someone I often go to for opinions on archive decisions I'm making. I also have a director who is very hands-on and was very wonderful in helping out with getting my bearings and with this project, and a lot of really wonderful colleagues who continue to collaborate in wonderful ways with myself and with each other. I would not get everything I do done without them or without my student assistant Corbin. For more information about the items that you see pictured or the project, please don't hesitate to reach out. I am always happy to share more about our very niche collections. Thank you so much. Have a great day.